Hello, everybody. This is Love from Above by your Sibling Spirit Guides. I'm Maureen, and this is my brother.
Hey Maureen, hey everyone, this is Brian.
Hello, Brian. We're so happy to be here. If you can believe it, on this podcast, we share daily channelings we receive from star beings, ascended masters, mythical beings who really exist, and occasionally our ancestors. And today's topic, oh my gosh, Brian, we hear from so many different kinds of beings. And we've gotten a lot of messages recently from bird-like beings. So this is all about heavenly messages from bird-like beings and about birds. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, I know um we've gotten messages that like the birds are sort of the watchers for the angels or in ascended masters or things like that, that they keep an eye on things and let them know when things need attention or something like that. They're like the first sort of eyes of those type of beings. But some of these ones are really interesting. So there's, you know, it's amazing how the stuff that comes to us. So, uh, just amazed at all the stuff that we've learned over the last few years. But it's something
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hard to imagine, really. But I'll
yeah.
get into it. So, the May 12th of 2025, how to connect from a bird-like being. So, we come in peace to share our knowledge with your brethren. Oh, how we admire the elevating oneself from the friction present in your earthbound world. We say to those who can hear these words that help is always near. We are like your birds, but larger. We have wings capable of flying, though they are rarely used these days. Just like the original plan for your corporal bodies no longer exists. So let me just pause there. So what is that? What do you make of that? So they have wings, but they don't really use them or don't have a need for use them. What do you make of this? The plan for your corporal bodies.
I don't know. I mean, it's fascinating. Um, yeah, I mean, what was the original plan for our corporal
Yeah, I
body?
know.
I
I
don't
don't know either. I thought might have the answer for me
know.
there.
I have no idea. But it is interesting. I tell you, if I had wings, I think I'd be flying
I
around. But
know. That's my thing. I would love to be able to fly. So some days, but um so anyway, they go into how can you call upon your heavenly brothers and sisters? We reunite in the plains just beyond this one. If you were reading a page, you just need to flip to the next side to be able to observe our glorious beings. This flip can happen in an instant. It's that feeling that someone else is present, a glimpse in the corner of your eye, the sensation of a touch, the ever present knowing that you're not alone. We say, delve into these sensations in a deeper way to flip that page to alternative reality where you indeed want to reside. You may call upon us. So that is very deep, but I love it. I mean, it's if you feel like someone else is present to I don't know how you flip that page. That's what I don't really get, but I know is it just like in your mind and then it makes it happen or that's what I'm not really sure how to execute on this, but I think it's amazing and think it's something to look into. What are your thoughts?
well, I'll tell you how I do it because I do this at night. I love to see the divine beings or star beings or wherever the fairies, whoever's in the room. Like I love to see it at night. And so how I do it is, well, first of all, I'll tell you there'll always be someone at your doors and windows. There's always guardians at doors and windows, always. And so then I just start to look around the room for like strange movements, like shadows that are moving or lights that are moving. And then it's like grasping on to like say your mother's dress or something. It's like grasping it on, and then the fuller form comes into view, and then you're able to see, oh, um, so yeah, I mean, this is something that I like to do because I love to see those beings. And I'm going to tell everybody once again, you don't just have one guardian angel. You got a posse, you got a whole party full of people in your room. And I love to be able to see them, but it's like first looking for that movement, for unusual lights, and then I don't know how to, it's like relaxing into it. And then it's like, it is like flipping that page and then you can see them. I don't know if
And
that am I explaining that, brother? Can you
yeah,
understand?
it makes sense. And but just to be clear, this is only at night, right?
Right. So all
Yeah.
these beans, so you need a really darkened room. So again, I'm always traveling the world, and God bless, I always have a dark out, hotels always have dark out shades. So you need a really darkened room because these beings, I don't care who they are, they glow in divine light. Now there are beings in shadow too. So like right now in this hotel room that I'm in, there's two beings who guard my window. One of them is female and she's in shadow. So and just because they're in shadow doesn't mean that they're like dark beings or they're also working for the light because I always, I'll always be like only the beings of the highest love and the highest vibration are allowed around my space. Um, but yeah, and it's just fun to be able to see them. And what they do a lot of times is they'll take a light in your room and then they'll augment that light and then they'll send it to you. So like if you have a little light on your TV, they'll take that light and bring it to you. Or if you have a light from a smoke detector or from the clock, or I'm in this room right now, I've got a like a kitchen, so that like the microwave, all of those lights, they'll take it and then they'll augment it and they'll send it to you. So I would say that's why I'm sparkly. But let me tell you, I need a lot of work because I got a posse working on me all the time, sending me light. And well, of course, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And what a delight it is to see these beings. I mean, it's amazing.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah. So that's my little help. I'll go on with the next one again from these bird-like beings. We got a bunch of messages from these bird-like beings. This was from March 27th of this year. Our love for all human beings has ignited a dawn of a new age. We are pleased to be with you now as many transcend. What was previously impossible now becomes routine. Oh, darling daughter, beloved son, if you could see with our eyes, you would marvel at the engagement of many who work to align with the one creator. This is often done through service to the other. We liken our beings to birds. We are famous for our multiple wings. However, there is more to an angelic being than the ability to fly. We utilize our wings most often to hold a stationary position. The wings that attach to our backside are indeed remnants of a material form which existed in previous mythologies. We like our beings to being closer to humanity than humans recognize. The callings that are placed upon the angelic sources are fewer than in past times. We recognize that the wonders of technology have reduced the impressive functionality of our physical stature. However, we assist when called upon. Rest and be one with the one creator. Brian, that makes me kind of sad. We're looking at our we're looking at our cell phones instead of noticing the beautiful angelic beings with multiple wings that are like hovering above us.
Yeah, and they're just waiting to help, and they're like, "Oh well, I guess no one needs our help. Everyone's on TikTok or Instagram." So
It's kind of sad. I mean,
that
it's
is
really sad.
that is people call on these beings. They're here to help. So yeah, that is sad. I would thought the same exact thing when you were reading that. Oh wow. And then so this is another one from January 8th of this year. Um, Bird-like beings discuss eternal life. It says, we circle the heavens in search of heavenly light to augment and assist in ways that other divine entities cannot. We liken ourselves to birds who can traverse the skies and also walk on the lands. We are fully capable of occupying any space within your planet's vibration. We are but one reflection of the ultimate creation of the One. What is this? What is it like to live for an eternity? You are eternal beings. Your past experiences are but a whisper away. How best to recall these images? In actuality, it is not an easy task. Can you remember your dreams? The many experiences that you've enjoyed in previous lifetimes are further removed from your conscious mind than your experiences in the dream time state. We find that it is the personal connection that triggers the memory. It can be the fondness for a beloved place that feels familiar, or the connection to an eternal being who has served with you in the past. There are multiple incarnations for a soul to envelop fully into divine white light. For like a magician who can disappear, that is the ultimate goal of yourselves, to unify within creation. In fact, you already are unified. It is the illusion of your matrix that causes you to feel separation and pain. So, wow, that's that's a powerful message. I love it. But I thought I've read that, people are starting to, the veil's lifting and starting to remember or have memories about previous lifetimes. But they're saying it's even tougher to remember than remember your dreams, which can be challenging. What are your thoughts?
Well, I can resonate with the personal connection between a place and a space. And I have to reference our devoted listen, Terry, um, Brian's neighbor, because like the first time I met her, like it was just, there was like an explosion going on, you know what I mean? And I just instantly loved this woman who has become a good friend. And even though I don't see her often, I just definitely feel a connection to her. And I know you feel the same way. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that's a perfect way to explain it is that we've, somehow, have been bonded together in the past. Um, but yeah, how can you relate to this?
I mean, there's a lot to relate to, but I think it's just really interesting about these, uh, you know, again, these bird-like things, creatures. But um, I like about, of course, this is what we're all trying to achieve, is the ultimate goal is to, uh, like a magician, to disappear, and it's all related to the illusion of your matrix. I mean, we've talked about this a lot in the past, but we are sort of in a matrix, and we talked about how the parallels of the movie The Matrix and things like that. But that the ultimate goals get beyond that, which we're hopefully all headed in that same direction. But that's what I really enjoyed in this one.
Yeah, and they have been talking about more and more about unification with creation, which segues into the next one, which was from March 29th of 2024. And they talk about how it's not just us who are ascending as human beings, that our animals, our pets, and birds are awakening too. And this was a message from the Brethren of the Ascended Light. And first, before the Brethren started to talk, the watchers were explaining who these beings are. And they said, this brethren has served upon this planet for centuries. They came together in the Middle Ages to serve as beacons of light. They have mastered the elements of time and space, and many have achieved their eternal life forms. They are anchors of wisdom and ancient knowledge and the true nature of loving realities. And so then this brethren of ascended light begins to speak, and they said, "We herald news of awakening among other sentient beings. The rapid ascension of many on your planet has caused the animal life to awaken as well." And then I asked, I was in Mexico at the time, and the birds were just going, I just felt like they were going cuckoo for crazy. Like they were just so loud, and there were so many of them. And so I was like, is that relating to this, like the birds that I'm seeing? And they go on to say, birds are herald. They call forth for the ascension of all life forms, regardless of the dimension of the sentient being. In this way, your planet travels in swaths of heavenly love. We marvel at the revolution undergoing at this present time. It is likened to the awakening that occurred in Mesopotamia, which spurned forth the lives which you now lead. Which again, Brian, I have to quote you. Like there's so this is not a long channeling, but boy, there's a lot of information here. What sticks out for you?
I know it's amazing. So, that the birds are calling forth ascension of all life forms. So that is interesting. You know, I know they were like messengers and things like that, but they didn't realize they're calling forth ascension. And you're right. I mean, I think I've read this that it's all life forms. It's all um, animals, and even I believe it, includes like plant life too, right? So it's like everything
Right.
is ascending at the same time, which is um, pretty amazing. So I think this is I don't, I'm glad that we um, discovered these. That's a great, and all these I don't remember all these messages. So great part on your behalf to pull all these together because it's amazing that we've had these a lot some of these for a while, and so that we were able to put this cohesive message is really great.
Yeah, and I want to end with something that I have not personally experienced, but I know a number of people who have experienced that birds representing their departed loved ones. So I've had a number of people who talk about like their father, appears to them like as a cardinal or something like that. Have you heard that from other people as well, Brian?
Yeah, I definitely have heard that they've and I think oh, who is it? Um, the Abraham Hicks, Jerry passed,
Right.
and then the, I know she talked about how a bird came. It was definitely Jerry coming to her, and then Abraham confirmed that with the message and stuff like that. So, yeah, I know that that's very common for a lot of people to get a message
Right.
from a loved one from in that matter.
Yes, this was from December 29th, 2023, and I was channeling and I was outside. And actually stopped the channeling because there was just this bird, and I couldn't see the bird, but the song of the bird was just so beautiful. And then they said that this bird is indeed a past loved one of yours present at this time, as birds are often carriers of divine messages. This is a relative that you do not remember. However, the bird is present to assist you with your daily activities, which isn't that beautiful, Brian? Like, I don't even remember what lifetime I had with this bird being, but they're there to help me.
Yeah,
I just
I know.
find such comfort and joy and beauty in that. It's just amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, if you ever feel alone, don't know that I mean the birds and all these your guides and masters around you are there to assist you with your daily activities. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope everybody enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you all next week.
Bye, everyone.